You know, Mark, it really comes down to the arguments that were made by Schumer and Pelosi. I don't mean to be sarcastic, but it looked like a Saturday Night Live opening skit. But especially considering Chuck Schumer in particular's past support, Obama support, Hillary support, Biden support for barriers and a wall, both in 2006 and 13. But they're saying that this is a manufactured crisis, and they are saying that they're upset about the delayed checks to furloughed federal government employees, which I am sympathetic towards. But the president is making the case that we have Americans being victims of crime, homicide, sexual assault, other violent assaults, that we have trafficking, that we have that's going across the border, human trafficking, drug trafficking. To me, it's about life and death or inconvenience. This is not manufactured. You can't tell the son of Officer Singh that this is a manufactured crisis. This is a real life and death situation for many American families, and I wanted to get your reaction to tonight's
statements. First of all, the president gave an outstanding speech. It was concise. It was compassionate and truly compassionate. He provided the context, both in terms of what's going on the border, the expense, which is de minimis, and who's really responsible. Now, let's keep a few things in mind when you watch Schumer and Pelosi. They're pathological liars. They've been in Congress over half a century. What the hell have they done about the border? Nothing. They're part of the scam artists. They get amnesty, legalization, citizenship, and never secure the border. Just spend billions and trillions more debt, more deficits, on the redistribution of wealth, on $200 billion a year on illegal aliens. One more time. They fooled Reagan. They fooled Bush 41. They fooled Bush 43. But they're not going to fool Donald Trump, who's dealt with tougher than Pelosi and Schumer. And let me point out a few things. These two and the rest of them are never forced to explain their flip-flop. Where they voted for border security, they voted to authorize walls, they voted to fund some of the walls, and now all of a sudden it's immoral. You know what's immoral? When everybody talks about those government employees who will be temporarily inconvenienced, who will get their money back, but nobody talks about the unskilled, low-skilled American worker who has to compete with people from Guatemala, from Honduras, from Mexico, from south of the border who come into this country illegally. Nobody talks about the big corporations like Hewlett-Packard and Boeing and Disney and others who are part of the scam artist operation, who want illegal aliens in this country. Nobody talks about the fact that destroying our immigration system, these Democrat city sanctuary cities, these Democrat state sanctuary states, where the citizens are treated as second-class citizens, and the taxpayers have to cough up the money for what? Let me explain what this is about. Power. Democrat Party power. Democrat Party before country. There's an excellent piece in, of all places, The Atlantic, a left-wing site, written by a guy by the name of Peter Buffard, a liberal. And he says, between 2008 and 26, the Democrats became more and more confident that the country's growing Latino population gave the party an electoral edge. So they switched Salon, which is a left-wing site. They declared, after Obama's 2008 win, if that pattern continues with the Latino vote, the GOP is doomed for 40 years of wandering in the desert. And he goes on to explain this. This is a liberal on a liberal site. That is exactly what's going on. Notice Pelosi and Schumer didn't talk about the American worker. Notice they didn't talk about the communities on the border that are suffering. Notice they never talk about law and order because they hate law enforcement. They never talk about the overwhelming costs involved in health care, the overwhelming costs involved in our public schools. Localities and states, they're barely reimbursed for this.
Hey, Mark.
We, the American taxpayer, the American citizen, we take it in the neck. One other thing. The Democrat platform in 2008. Read it.
Let me ask you, Mark, if I can.
The Democrat platform in 2008 basically supports virtually everything the Republican president of the United States said today. The American people haven't changed. The Republican Party hasn't changed. The Democrats, for political reasons and power reasons, they've changed, and they want to drag us all off the cliff with them.
Hey, Mark, that's a great point, and we played their past statements many times on this program. I know you played it on your radio show on Life, Liberty, and Levin. I want to get into the issue of legality, and I saw a post that you made, and that is that the president, as the